Here.
Well, you don't, if you want to.
Yeah, that's try to keep this a little quick.
Positive?
Well, no, I was just gonna say we're gonna try to get through it a little on the quicker side today. 'Cause, you know, we're running behind, but do we have everyone? Scott, can you hear us?
I'm here.
All right, Chris, can you hear us?
Yep, I gotcha.
All right. Sorry for the delay, everyone, but we do have a quorum. So this Board of Public Safety meeting is called to order. And we have both our commissioners online today. So thank you for joining us. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Scott. Second by Dave. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor, Dave? Good?
Yep.
Okay. All ayes. I'll accept a motion to approve the reports of the different departments. Is there a motion? Motion by Scott, second by Dave. Any questions on any of those reports? All in favor?
Aye.
Passed. Thank you. We have no resolutions, but we do have claims.
Resolved that claims in the amount of $506,788.69 be approved and paid as audited.
Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Dave, second by Scott. Any questions on any of the claims? All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. Thank you. We'll go through the miscellaneous first, then we'll do a quick roundtable. We do have a couple of requests. Maple City softball requesting use of the softball field down at James Street Park. And we have the Cub Scouts requesting the camp day down at Shawmut Park. That's not until August. Actually, it's August 2nd to August 6th. In both these cases, you know, it's hard to predict where COVID is going to be in the summertime. Last summer, things seem to have loosened up quite a bit. I would think, it will again this year, especially with the vaccines being out there. What we've been doing is we've been requiring, any group that does, has a function at our parks to submit a safety plan. That's basically, social distancing, disinfecting, cleaning up after themselves and that sort of thing. So if with the blessing of the commissioners, we'll approve these with the caveat that they, have a safety plan in hand as we have been doing throughout the previous year. So.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, Scott, you good with that?
Yep.
Okay, we will give them our blessing. Thank you. I've had some people, asking about the St. Patty's Day parade. And I know that, the St. Patty's Day is fast approaching. But, I want to remind everyone that the 50-person gathering limit that's, that's still in place. So, we couldn't do that, now, even if we wanted to. So, until things, really start getting back to normal, and I hate to, say no to the parade. It's a, a great tradition here in the Maple City, but, it's just not the time yet. So, again, as the vaccines are getting out there and, we can hopefully, put COVID in the rear view mirror, we'll get back to normal, but, we're not quite there yet. So, we'll hopefully we'll look to next year for that, but, let's see what else in the miscellaneous. I think that's all I had. So, anything from the commissioners? No?
I don't have anything.
Okay, we'll just go around the table real quick. Chief, you want to give us a quick update? Chief Brzezowski?
Yeah, not too much going on. As you said, end of the year, end of our fiscal year, so few repairs. We had some testing done on the two pumpers and they needed a couple of repairs. Most of it we were able to take care of in-house. Calls and such with the COVID have kind of leveled off. We seem to be staying the same month to month, and there hasn't been any too much increase. We did get our supplies in with the gracious of that Elks grant that we got. So we did get our PPE. We have our build-up supplies now, which kind of correlates with our pandemic plan. So we've got those in place right now, and hopefully we don't need to use them. So that's about it.
Okay. Codes.
I have end of year statistics, which I think I'll wait until next month. Going through all the categories. I was going to do them last month, but unfortunately I ended up quarantined. So here I am this month, and I just figured I'd wait. These are the end of the year statistics that we end up sending to the Department of Code regarding all of our different categories. So I guess when the two commissioners are here,
Okay.
we can go.
Yeah, we can get into that, at the next month's meeting.
Yeah. Really with our department, everything is pretty much going, pretty well. Larry's doing his inspections and keeping up on those and some PPAs, and Frank is involved, thank goodness, helping and getting involved, which is a real good working relationship. And the
Yeah.
guy next to me, Ted, he calls this, we assisted him, the other day up on South Division Street. So, that seems to be working out. In the process, I've been talking to some people about some vacant houses, some different local contractors that are looking for properties, and I've sort of tied them up with the owners of these properties, and we're hoping next week to know a little bit more, some properties that have been sitting for a while that
Mhm.
maybe going into some different hands, so that we can start doing some, they can start doing some renovations on them. It's a difficult time, especially with properties that the taxes haven't been paid and not moving because there's been no court dates have been set for foreclosures. So the county doesn't really have control of these properties or ownership of them, and they sort of sit there. And but hopefully, as you mentioned, that the numbers with this virus are going to get better and things can get back to normal sometime here in the next couple of months, and see some kind of movement with a lot of things, from properties to evictions, and working with some landlords and some local attorneys. So
Yeah. One thing I did want to go over with codes, and I talked to Larry last week about this, is the buildings on Seneca Street, the Arbor buildings that have been under construction seemingly for, it's been over a year. There's a lot of questions, what's going on over there, what's taking so long. And I don't think the public really has a true understanding of what's going on over there. So this started about a year and a half ago, I think it was. Some of the brick facade had bowed out of that building. And so they had to, close off that section of sidewalk because they didn't want to have anything come loose and fall down on, any pedestrians down below. So what started as what they thought was just some simple facade work, actually, yeah, I mean, they basically had to start, taking the brick off and exploring to see how far the water damage, the water had gotten behind it and started pushing it out. And what they discovered was they had some structural problems with the building. And there's beams that, actually go straight through the building, and they discovered they had structural integrity problems. So they've been addressing that as they've gotten into this, into these buildings. They've discovered even more. So they're going to be working on that for quite some time. So it's not simply just the facade work on the outside; it's the structural issues that they're having to deal with. And I know they're going down the street a little bit to the to the next section, and then the third section after that. So Larry's been in contact with them right along, and they've been keeping us updated. But I don't know that the public really understands that. I think, if you're just passing by or driving by, you just see the same scaffolding there, week after week, month after month, and you probably just like you normally would, like, geez, what's taking so long? Why is this not finished yet? But I think the problems are a lot deeper than what anyone originally thought. So,
Which is really a good thing, not that there's problems, but that they've been discovered. And I think it's important that with the bricks that were blowing out, and they went in and checked it and was doing what they had to do, and then all of a sudden finding more issues in there, that nothing happened, that there was nobody hurt, or the building didn't fall down, or the bricks wasn't coming down, on the sidewalk and hurting people. So in spite of it taking a lot longer, they're doing what they have to do to resolve the problem. And it seems like one thing leading to another, but that one thing leading to another, at least those issues are being taken care of, which is a positive thing.
yeah, and if the brick had not started to blow out, they most likely would have never known that these structural problems existed to begin with. So,
And there may have been more issues if they didn't know that.
Exactly.
Internally.
yeah, so that and again, it's not a city building, it's not a city project. It's just we're just trying to keep everyone updated as to what's going on with that. But do get a few questions every once in a while. Hey, what's going on with that? It's been over a year. Why aren't they finished yet? Well, this is why. So, all right, Chief Murray.
Okay, we've been keeping busy. We've had a lot of drug cases that we've been working on. We did a successful search warrant the other day at a house on South Division Street, which the guys did a great job with it. And safety is always the first thing with us, and it was a very safe entry. But we contacted him because once we get in there, and a lot of the places we'll get in there and we'll find these safety issues in houses, and that was definitely one. So Bud was kind enough to come over and to red tag the place when we were leaving it because of some safety issues.
Yeah, Bud showed me some of the photos. The no smoke detectors, the heater not venting properly, and it was a dangerous situation over there.
Right. So I mean that was one. We've had some other drug cases just recently where we got over a quarter pound of methamphetamine that we seized locally. So we keep working on it. Unfortunately, and it is in our society. We'll continue to enforce the best we can. We had 3 Narcan deployments over the last week, all successful, where the person did not lose their life. So our officers are still carrying the Narcan and using it, and the fire department, of course, has it. When they show up on the scene, sometimes they'll need additional Narcan than what we've got, so they'll actually, I think you guys do it intravenously. But unfortunately, it's out there, but our guys are doing a fabulous job in regards to response to it. Changing gears, our police reinvention program that we had to do from the governor's office is complete now. I sent it to all the aldermen. and it's gonna go before the common council on Tuesday. I'll send a copy of it to, I've sent a copy to the mayor. I don't know if I've got your guys' emails, the commissioners.
I can forward it.
Okay, if you could forward that to me so you guys can get a copy of it also, I'll make sure that they get sent out to you. If you have any questions on it, please, please get a hold of me and before that meeting and stuff, if you got any concerns about it, okay?
Will do.
It's quite long, but the meat of it is actually just the portion of it where it's actually our program. A lot of the other stuff is informational data about our police department that we're gonna put on our webpage and such. So, but it's long, but it's a pretty quick read because it's almost in a format of it's large print when she did it up, my secretary. So it's a pretty quick read actually. But if you have any questions about it, please get a hold of me in regards to that. And outside of that, things are going good.
Good. Well, thank you. All right. Well, Chris Potter, you have any questions? Take that as a no.
I think I'm all good. I had to unmute myself there.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe we bored you to death and you fell asleep on us.
No. Was doing some multitasking with the email though.
There you go. All right. Well, if there's no other questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Dave, second by Scott. Any questions? All in favor? We
Aye.
are adjourned.
How's the
Okay.
weather, Dave?
It's about 80, sunny.
What?
It is here too, about 8,
Yeah.
sunny.
That's too bad down there.
Uh,
It's a great place to recuperate.
I can imagine.
I'm sure.
how's the knee doing?
Very well,
That's good.
very well.